vertical stream. Right, that's that up and running, and we are good to go. Hello everyone, how are we? It has been not that long, but I've not done a lot of content over the last week, so I've just been... It's... yeah. Less said the better. I'm away as of Saturday for best part of 2 weeks as well. So, but that doesn't mean that FarmSim stops, because there has been a glut of really nice maps. So, Vintage Oaks, brilliant map. But the other one that caught our eye in the last couple of weeks has been Hubbard by Texar Modding. So we're on it. 16x map. We have got a crew of 12 tonight. We have gone old school with the machinery. We've got a few rules in place for this one, which is going to make it a bit of a challenge. Now, post-stream tonight, this is open to anyone who is a member of the channel. So if you're a farm worker or a farm manager, and keep an eye at the... Usually, people are very generous on the streams and give out gifted memberships. So you'll get a month of access, and if you really enjoy it, you can stay on or whatever, however you want. But we'll be doing that. Hello to everyone. Lovely to see so many people here, actually. FarmSim, nice to see you. Keith, Alan. In fact, let me run through a few of these before we go too far. Alan O, Squatch Monkey, nice to see you, buddy. Scotty, Mrs. Professor, lovely to see you. Zwart, Randy, Leo, Glenn, how you doing, mate? Alan, Alk, Artemas, Lars, Massey, Jan, Andre, Fredlocks, Y, Jorge, Alonso, Lars, Mr. 2B, Ed, Mark H, Ham and Egg, Skeeter, Finish, Chef, Fusion. Nice to see you, Fusion. How are you, buddy? Amy's in here. Good to see you all. Great to have you along. There you go. There's Ham and Eggs with the 5 gifted stubs straight off the bat. Tresser, nice to see you as well. Hello to Adam and David Dawson in the vertical stream as well. Nice to have you here as well. So, quick overview of what we're going to do here, because we're not going to make it easy for the gang. We are not going to make it easy, and here's why. This is a 16x map, so let me just jump to the PDA for a second. This is where we are on the map, so just to give you your bearings, that is a 16x map. This is where we are here. Now, we worked out the other day that basically you're not far off the size of a standard size map between fields 6, 7, 8 and 9 and this bit of green here. So this, what we're looking at, is not far off a standard size map. Now, if I zoom out, we are on a 16x map. So look, there is your standard size map. You've basically got 8 standard size maps up one side and 8 over there. So it's huge. So what we're going to do now is get stuck into this, but we've got it not super easy. There is the crew, by the way. Hello to everyone. Greater X, Mr. 2B, Farmer Ed, Amy, Yanar, Big H, Mark Haythornthwaite, Finnish Farmer, Chef Splash, Ham and Eggs, and I believe Tanner Reilly is about to join us. And if he can't make it, we have got Christoph waiting in the rings. So we shall, we'll have a full crew. It's a 12-slot server at the moment, but we own 2 fields. We've got this one over here, which is a massive field of soybeans, and we own the cornfield next to us as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to get stuck into these. Go stand in the middle of the field. I haven't got a sprint on. Yeah, we'll go up to the top here just to give you an idea of how big this is. But it is colossal. Mr. 2B with the 5 gifted sub. Agri Excellence as well with the membership. Thank you, sir. Welcome, welcome. There you go, folks. Now, if you do get a gifted membership tonight, you need to sync your YouTube and your Discord together, and that will give you access to all the server channels. But look at the height. Look at the elevation change. It's a bit of an optical illusion. But when you're standing at the farm, it doesn't look that bad. But now looking at it, it's like, oh my goodness. Look at the height difference. And then, like, this is the field. It's still going. It is massive. And we have got old equipment. So here's the other rules that we've set up for this. I'm going to pull it up here. So we are starting with 250 horsepower maximum. So we cannot buy any equipment over 250 horsepower. And what you've got to do as well, as you earn money, the moment you hit $2 million, you've got some decisions to make. You can either buy more land, And this is 2 million in the bank, so you can harvest all the crops and store them in silos if you want to, but the 2 million only counts when you hit £2 million in the bank, and it will be checked by the admins and confirmed, and only then you get a 50 horsepower bump in your equipment, in your machinery. So and again at 5 million we'll bump it another 50 horsepower, 10 million another 50 horsepower, 20 million another 50 horsepower, 40 million another 50, and then 80 we're going to be nice then. 80 million in the bank will give you an extra 100 horsepower to push you up to 600, and 100 million you get 700 plus. So that is the point. Basically the aim of this is we want you to get to a point where you can buy a case quad-track outright. But you can only do that when you've got 700 horsepower available to you. I mean, you could buy it beforehand, but you'll have to sit in the shed and you're not allowed to use it. We do take a little fee for auto drive to cover the cost of auto drive each month. We can't hire equipment, so if you take out, we can do contracts, but you have to use the farm's equipment. You can't use the equipment that's provided to you. So there we go. But we have got, if I run back to the yard now, so we've got a nice couple of fields to start with, nice couple of big fields to start with. Let me give you a little bit of a tour of the machinery now, because we have getting them out with the scythe. That'd be good. Let's jump over the fence here. We have got 4 old international harvesters. There you go. Everything's 6-meter headers. Now you get to see the size of the field, and then you get to see the headers. So thank you, Amy. Let's do that. There we go. So there's our equipment. International harvesters, 6-meter headers, 200. I think the biggest is 240 horsepower. I think the smallest about 238. 10,000 litre capacity in each. Also 6-meter maize headers. Why? I'm not sure if these rules are evil or a genius move. Sorry for not uncovering them. Yeah, 6-meter corn headers as well for the field next door. And then round here, look at those gifted memberships still rolling in. Round here, total evil, Amy says. I don't see it as that. I see it as genius. So in here we have got our old internationals. We've got a couple of old Fords, an 8830, a DW35. We've got these lovely old grain trucks as well. So we're kind of playing in the 80s era here, I guess. We've got these lovely Parker grain wagons as well. Now these hold 22k. These hold 30k. So you get 1.5 of each one of these auger wagons into the trucks. There you go, Malcolm saying some of the fields in River Bottom take me 5 hours with a 12-meter header. 6-meter headers. Good luck, you guys. I know. So, GLD lives. How much equipment do you need? Enough for 12 people, mate. Simples. Right. Here is Tanner. Tanner was running a bit late tonight, so we'll just wait for Tanner to load in. And then we are, I think, just going to get stuck into this. Oh, I should have pointed out there, we've got the baler as well. We've got the old Krone big pack baler, because we can get soybean and cornstalk straw off here. Then in here, we've got the Unimog with the bale auto-load trailer. It was important we got the auto-load trailer just for like the reality. It was not going to be possible to load these up. I think we've got enough on our plate. And then we've got the TW35 as well with the Julies and the planter. So we did throw a planter in. Other stuff you're going to have to buy. So luckily that's a direct drill planter as well. But things, we don't have any fertilizer spreaders. We don't have anything like that. So putting lime on and things like that, we're going to have to think about what we do with those. So there is going to have to be an investment in money at some point. So it's going to take a little bit of time, this one, Pitty. You are right. You are absolutely right. So I think without further ado, we're just going to have to get in and get stuck into this. It's going to be interesting, because every time we do one of these servers and I put a bit of a challenge in on it, The guys seem to smash it in a very, very tiny amount of time. So it's going to be interesting to see how we get on. Right, I saw Channing ask, when will this map be out to the public? Or it is already out, Channing. If you hit !map in the chat, it will pull up my video tour, which has a link to download it in there. So, right, crew, pick your poison. Go get it. Go get your, I want a combine, that's all I ask. I'm going to take this combine here. But other than that, the crew are good to go. What we need is... I think we put... GPS on all these. Thank you, Alk. I appreciate it. I don't think this has got... Way! Crash count +1. Marion, after the stream, it's going to be opened up to the community, so people can get stuck in. We're going to need it. It's going to be a team effort, this one, I think, to get everything done. The brakes are shocking. Oh yeah, they're the same on the tractors, so just prepare yourselves for that. That's all I'll say. Right. Let's get lined up. A little bit of a leg spike there. Right, let's go. Let's see how this runs up the hills, shall we? Straw swath needs to be on for the baler. That's going to cause us a few issues in terms of frame rate, I think. This map is only for PCY. It's a 16x map, so you put this on a console, it will melt it. Well, an older gen console. So this could have been a bad decision, leaving the straw up. I'm driving this freehand as well on the headlands. We'll do the headlands freehand, and then we'll flip over and try and get a course set up. I thought I had GPS set up, but we have got enhanced vehicles, so we could use that as well. Here we go. We've got a list of the crew down there as well. Actually, that ran up that hill pretty well. I was expecting to kind of start grinding to a halt there, but we sat at 6 miles an hour all the way up the hill, which is good. I do not have a video on enhanced. Enhanced isn't a mod I use. I use VCA, or we do have VCA installed actually, so we could go for that. The only problem with VCA is you can't share courses. I thought I had GPS on this. I'll see what the guys can confirm if any of them have got GPS. But the soybean straw is a nice addition. No, I'm only 16% in, so remember, soybeans are a relatively low yielding crop in terms of volume anyway. So it's pretty good from that perspective. We don't need to worry too much about filling up super quick. The corn, on the other hand, could be a total different story. Look at that, that's a nice view. Look at that, 4 combines. 4 vintage combines. We went over the hill, getting tracked by those... we have actually got 4 auger wagons. Actually, the speed we're loading up here. Is a little bit iffy. Oh, we've got a little bit of a buffering issue on our vertical stream. But yeah, when we move out to the cornfield, at a certain point in the vid, we might flip over to put some people in the cornfield as well. second, folks. Here to have. Hope the stream's running okay. I can't. I'm getting errors. No GPS but VCA. But hopefully you can still see me on the stream. Looks like it's frozen for me, but I'm getting a little bit of a warning there, but it's kicking back in, I think. There we go, top of the field. 32% in the tank, that's not bad. Leaf, was I happy with this year's logging league? We really were, actually. I think the changes we did worked really, really well. So, yeah, no, we were very pleased. Looking forward to coming back with something new in FS25. Farm Guy NZ, nice to see you. It's going buffering. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's going on. I haven't turned my router off in about a year though, so maybe I should reboot my router at some point. Here's Ed's running behind. Look at that. Look at the queue behind me because I stopped. Oh, I wonder if we could get the whole way round. I don't think we can actually, because it kind of goes a little bit of a dog leg at the bottom. Got to keep an eye on our fuel as well at some point. Rice League, I like it. Ronan, so far so good with the map. Actually, we have got some hillsiders, John, but actually not brilliant mods. They're a little bit buggy, and one of them, the Mr. Tubi's got a GPS in his combine. Now, Crofter, I didn't say it was the 80s. I said we're using 80s equipment. It's 2024. We're using 80s equipment. Therefore, we're allowed to retrofit GPS. Oh, we think there's a bit of a YouTube glitch. Yeah, because my my actual stream quality on the OBS is good. The 420 Pappy, of course, it's PC only. It's a 16x map, so yeah, it's a biggie. Officer Mustang, if you're exclamation mark map, this is Hubbard, Nebraska. But you can get the details there of where to download it and stuff. Okay, Ed's itching to get past. I wonder if there'll be a gap down this side, Ed, for you to get along. If not, I'll cut in. I don't want to hold the guys up. That's my problem. Well, I think I might be pulling away from them here. Yeah, they've waited for me. They're unloading on the fly as well, where I haven't. Yep, the map will be open straight after the stream for people to join. We are full at the moment. We have got a full server, which is always nice to see. Why would anybody watch this? Hello, Yoss! This based on the actual DEM around Hubbard. It is indeed, John. Yeah, it is pretty legit, this one. Right, how are we doing for distance between us and the next combine? Ooh, just a bit. Right. Ed, you're going to try and squeeze alongside. There's a space. Can you get alongside these trees? Right, we're going for it. might have to stop and do a visit to the mechanics and throw some GPS in this. Who's driving the right? FSU, alright. Oh, I released a new FARMSIMGUY vid tonight. First time in a while as well. It was a fun one. We did my settings on my steering wheel as well here, so I'm getting used to that as well. FARMSIMGUY, I like it. I like it. There we go. Big boy, how you doing, mate? Started playing ACC. Oh yes, terrible that. Yeah, it's not great, is it, that wheel? Right, this should get us round, and then we can start doing the up and downs. Need a logging league team to trim those fields. Right. Close a few settings there. Even YouTube was like, a 16x map is hard. How many street? Well, we don't know, Farmer G. This is going to be open the whole time, 24/7 though. So I think I can imagine people being on this. I reckon we'll see people on this virtually 24 hours a day. There we go. Look at that behind. It's a beautiful thing. 24-meter header, basically, if you were using one combine. One shed farm, Alan. Yep, this is a team effort. This is a team effort. We own 2 fields. I'll recap on some of the rules, actually, as we head along here. So, if you missed them when we talked about them at the start of the stream, basically, you're going to get a 50 horsepower boost every time you hit a number, and that has to be money in the bank as well. So you can have $3 million worth of stuff in your bins. That doesn't count. It has to be cold hard cash in the bank, and you get a 50 horsepower boost all the way up to when you've got 80 mil on the bank, and then we'll give you 100 horsepower for 80 and 100 million, and then you can see it goes up to 700 horsepower plus. So we're starting off with some pretty basic machinery, which is running well, actually. Quite impressed with how well it's running. And then we're going to slowly build up. But there's some decisions to be made, because the fields are expensive as well, right? Hey Ploughman, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. The fields are massive as well, so again, if you think your equipment's doing the job, maybe you want to invest in a new field. There's an idea for a... Oh, Fusion's... The light bulb's gone off in Fusion's head. How many acres? I think this field in total was... quite big. 286 hectares, I think? 400 odd acres? So, trying to work out... Is there a fence along the end here, Ed, or can you run alongside me? I think you can run alongside me here. Missing bits. Oh, good to hear it, Eamon. Hope you're having a good holiday. There we go. Ed's going to come alongside me now. So actually the benefit of this with the soybeans is that we're not overdoing it. Well, this is FSG coming in with the good stuff. Love it. She feels my lines weren't straight enough, so she's well, I am allowing auto load trailers, yes, Alan. It was a debate last night, but I thought that would be just mean, making them load every bale. Got a bit of a bump here. Oh, I'm sliding. I'll head round here, let Ed sort myself out down there. Now, question. How are we going to deal with GPS on this? Because I think 4 headlands is enough with these combines. Not quite a sadist. I think this is tame. This is tame. Wait till 100k stream. The boys have got something brutal lined up for me. So this is just kind of, we're in training at the moment, basically. VCA. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Find my VCA screen, there we go. Yeah, Eamon's downloading another map. This is a great map. Actually, performance-wise, for 16X, it runs really well. Obviously, we've got the additional challenge of it being on a server, but actually, running it single player, it's actually really smooth. It is nicely done. Antanas, how much does the tractor setup cost? You mean the studio here? I think we worked out it was probably about £5,000, but it's taken 4 years to build it up to that point. I've bought bits and pieces over time as and when. I know, and we haven't got the mod that kind of gives you large size bales as well. Fences can't be deleted. Okay, let's stay there, Ed. Just I'll unload while I'm here, and then we'll go on the up and downs. Now the positive thing is, I think we can get up and back. Let's see what we can do. I was thinking that we wouldn't have enough. It's going to be harder it's going to be harder in right now. I'm going to have to make sure I line this up so that we don't miss any further up. So I'd probably almost want to go something like that. See what happens here. Yep. Still overdone this. We'll see. We'll work it out. I do this, and I do... do it on 4, shall we? Yeah, we're going to miss some of this side. We'll let one of the guys pick that up, but we'll have a straight line then to work with after this. Oh, they've gone through the middle. Interesting. Oh, well, I'll tidy this bit up. Do I think it's worth getting the joystick? 100%, Brad. If you want that kind of little bit of extra immersion, I would definitely consider getting the joystick. The mod, Phil. Somebody's gonna have to help me out here. I do know what it is, but I can't remember. Fill level limit or something like that. I know what you mean, Siphon, though. It's the one that shows you how much is in the auger wagon when you're next to it. think the best way of doing it, I actually might cut mine back down now. I've done 4-lane skips, but I think I might just go back to standard turns and see what we can do if I'm on my own, because the 3 other combines have gone the other way. Yeah, I'm tanking it in that truck. Target fill level. Thank you very much, gents. Yes, please. Thank you, Bosson. Appreciate that. If you don't mind hitting the stream, hitting the like on the stream, that would be very much appreciated. Definitely helps people find the stream and gets a little bit more out there. Look at this. This angle is all wrong. I'm going to tidy all this up so it's good for the others. I'm impressed with the baler as well. He's moving at some speed. Kenny Bob, you are cool, my friend. You are the cool one here. Crap destruction on. Yes, it is. Eamon, yeah. Yeah, we are messing around here. Had you a mount for the joystick before you got the new chair set up? I did, Ronan, yes. It is off Amazon. It was not expensive. It wasn't particularly expensive, but it was good. In fact, in one of my, I think in my mod video, in my studio setup video, I think I list it. I think it was about $30. Amy can't unload the truck. Oh no. Keegan, nice to see you. How are you? Hey, Boston's on both. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. 100k for that would be nice, Chef. That would be a lovely target. I'm not doing myself any favours at the moment by not posting vids regularly, but when I'm back from my holidays, I think we'll go back to, we'll get focused again. Right, let's spin this round. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, GLD. Have I used the heavy equipment package? I haven't actually seen what the mods have been out the last few days. But oh, the turning circle on this is horrendous. But there you go. Crop destruction. Ruining our yield here. Mental note for later on. Let's turn GPS on. No, sorry, cruise control. Getting everything confused here. Right, I'm going to have a drink. Have you used the heavy equipment? Oh, beg your pardon, Lo. Yes, I used to have the heavy equipment. I started off with the heavy equipment bundle. It was the first wheel I bought, and it was great. Mini Miner, if you are a member of the community, they're available on the Discord. Mr. Goham! Evening, Cranky. Nice to see you. Papa Bear's here as well. How you doing, Walter? You made it. You did indeed. Oh, sorry, Ed. Poor Ed's driving alongside me going, come on, FSG, empty. I'm only 43% full. We've got a lot of chaser bins, actually. So the Fanman 64, these are Sim Dashboard. So basically I can control everything that I want on these dashboards. So for example, if I want to turn, just for a demo, if I want to turn my lights on, I can turn my lights on and off. I can turn my beacons on. Headlights. Flashes. All of that we can, depending on what you're using, load, unload. I can change the camera. Bit of in-cab. Pull up the map here. So lots of variety of things we can do there. Auger pipes in and out. Things like that. So how's it going? It was only a week ago that man there, Mr. Goham, was sitting in my house. Doing well, DJ. We are harvesting with tiny equipment on a 16x map. It's like the exact opposite of what you do. How's the suspense for FS20? Do you know what? It's calmed down a little bit, Wouter, because we haven't had any new information over the last little while. So what I'm going to do is probably get all hyped again. We know there's probably more stuff coming at Gamescom at the end of the month, so think they're going to lie low till then, and then they're going to surprise us in your house messing with Argsy's bag. I think they hid business cards in Argsy's bag. So when he got to the airport, he was like pulling business cards out of everywhere all the time. It's quite funny. GLD, this is FS22, yeah. Was the side panel any good? At the time, Leo, yes. Is it the best one to buy now? I would strongly advise, if you just want a side panel, I would get the farm stick. I think of all of the ones, I think it's the best one. Alan, how you doing? Nice to see you. Pacific Northwest, nice. Oh, AMD. Yeah, farm stick's good. So here's the challenge now. They abandoned me and went the other way, so there's no headland here. So I'm going to have to cut my own little headland so I can turn around at the ends. Ah, you're on console. Well, Leo, I can't say anything, but save your money and hold on to it for a little while. Not long, but hold on to it. Shula to power, if you're a member of the community, yes, so just to explain, the reason we have it for community members only, so you have to be a member of the Discord, and you have to be a member of the YouTube channel, because when we did it without that, we had a lot of people just jumping on, trashing the servers, selling equipment, drawing inappropriate pictures of rockets in the fields and things like that. Was I cannot confirm or deny anything, DJ. Shelby, if you hit exclamation mark map in the chat there, you can get the rockets. That's what they are, isn't it? Like old-fashioned 60s space rockets, the round ones. Mark, honestly, I've not made it over about 50% full yet. Take care, Keegan. Nice to see you. That's going to be a bit of... Oh, look at this timing. Right, if Mark floors it now. Oh, look at that. Got to say that baler with the Julies on and the Unimog. Oh. Server glitch, too many things in the same place at the same time. Marion, Vintage Oak took the breath away. Isn't it? Vintage Oaks is out of this. I think I saw him before. Is he still here? Briscoe, are you still here? Or are you lurking in the background? I saw you say hello when at the start of the stream. I got distracted and didn't acknowledge it. There he is! Honestly, mate, you have played a blinder with it. The positivity that I love to see, all the feedback, and I think it's just testament to the effort and the time you've put into it, and the fact that, like, bear in mind, like, everybody who's raving about the Vintage Oaks, this guy didn't know how to build a map at the start of FS22, so less than 3 years ago he didn't know how to build a map. And he learnt a lot doing the Oaks. He then released Saxthorpe, which is another brilliant map if you haven't seen it. Go check that out at 2x. And then after that he spent his time rebuilding the Oaks how I think he envisaged it back in the day. So I'm delighted for you, mate. I'm delighted for the positivity. I love to see so many positive comments on my vid, and everywhere, to be honest. It's been nothing but positivity. Yeah, you're always going to get some naysayers, Briscoe. That is unfortunately the nature of the internet. But I think it probably says more about them than it does about you and the map. It's probably jealousy and a bit of bitterness that they can't make a map as good as that, or something. I don't know what it is, but you know, take the credit, enjoy the feedback from the people, and enjoy making your maps. And there's always going to be people who want to put you down, so just acknowledge it and move on. I think that's the best way to do it. The internet sucks sometimes. Exactly, DJ. Yeah, we try and promote a happy place here. It's almost self-managing now. Luca Cantar, this is indeed, I can confirm, this is FS22. Woodside and FS25, more to come from Briscoe. More to come, which is awesome. DeWalt is the best. Hey, I'm not going to argue with that. I've got a DeWalt drill and it is very, very good. There you go, Cranky's wading in now. Do what you like and go. There we go. Just come on here for the positivity. Farmer Ed's on his tea break already. It's one of my favourite bits of the new Clarkson Farm series with Caleb and Clarkson were being builders. And they literally do 5 minutes work and then stop for a brew. Love it. Kenny Bob, can I wait for FS25? Not really, Kenny Bob. No, I want it now. Some people are only happy when they're on exactly. Right, let's get the old VCA fired back up. It is remembered. Let's fire up. There we go. Thank you, Ed. Bless him, Ed. It's like my personal auger wagon. It's just sitting there waiting for me. FS old. This is FarmSim 1980. Look at that. Well, probably that's probably a mid-80s TW, that, isn't it? Late 80s. I don't know what I'm drinking, but it's very nice. FS86. Imagine FS in the 80s. Well, I think if you buy the collector's edition, you get the 16-bit version of the game that they've made, which I think could be brilliant. I'm very much looking forward to that. Chef Brew, is there anything that's going to be able to hold all the bales? So we've got bale storage somewhere. Even I don't know where that is. Unless that's it down there, or are we just dropping them at the edge of the field now? But yes, we have got some bale storage somewhere. The FS Commodore edition. Yes, indeed. 16-bit. I almost think it's worth buying the collector's edition just for that. The old TW's great, isn't it? Look at that. Farmer Ed the cowboy driving it. HD Gaming, that 4-track looks like the one you've got on your farm. Oh, do love them. Do love them. I grew up with those. We had a couple of those, and then we moved to the new, the Gen 3 cab. The new one with the lights on it. Love those. I'm impressed how quickly we're getting the stuff off the field, and I'm also impressed how quickly the map is holding up. We're not really struggling. FS22 8, but FS. Oh god, too many numbers. Too many numbers! The FarmSimGuy, please do an FS22 playthrough and one on FS25. I might do a comparison. I might do a comparison purely because we've because of some of the kind of it's just a copy thing. That's the because you actually, that'll be the opportunity to do it side by side, right? Shelby, what folder do you insert maps to? Basically, put it in the mods folder, Shelby, and maybe consider, if you've got lots of maps in there, consider looking at FSG mod assistant, which helps manage things. Copy pasted code. Yeah, I love the undulations on the fields. It's so good. So good. Oh, I've got a whole bit of field over here. Right, I'm going to fix that before we head back. I'm going to show you the majesty now of 132 litres. Don't worry, Ed. I'll get you. That's me. Right, let's shift over. 1, 2, there we go. So we'll move over here. I love this. BCA at its best. And then I can flip it round, although the turning circle on this is appalling, so we might have to be clever and... Oh, there's a weight up there. Just ditched the weight. Oh, it's quite hard on this hill here. Take care, GLD. Thanks for joining, mate. We'll see you again, hopefully. Make sure you hit the like on the way out. Braxton, if you hit exclamation mark map, you'll get all the info. It is Hubbard, Nebraska. Your weight's a collectible. As in, somebody's going to forget to collect it. How many people made this map? I think Texar Modding's just a one-man band, so I think he's been working on this for a good long time. And actually, he said he's going to re-release it for FS25. But basically, it's not finished, he said, and he basically decided that he might as well release it with because there's only 4 months left. But he's going to come back to it in 25. Thank you, Double D. Honestly, go grab it. It's mind-bogglingly big. Hey, Daniel. That is the only way. It is a very good way to play Farm Sim. It's a tiny little bit here, and then we'll go back on the up and downs. Can I customise the jewel? Of course you can, Finish. Look at me, disco dancing here. Should be an easy convert since it's the same game. Yeah, well, it's just a copy and paste, isn't it, of 22, 25, so. Gears, how you doing? Yeah, it's a biggie. It is a biggie. Hang on a second, I'm just going to check that Nightbot is working in here. But if you do this, guys, it should list you the map. Oh, it does work. So those of you who are confused, I have got two. I've got vertical stream running here and a horizontal stream up there. You can visit either one. So the vertical one's designed for the cool kids on their phones. Don't say it, Cranky. It's demanding a pink tractor. I do not live in Nebraska, but having played this map, I'd quite like to visit it now. Oh, come on, Gers. Where's your sense of adventure? Where's your sense of adventure? We are actually doing all right through here. Let's have actually have a look at how we're getting on. What have we got? Come on. It'll take ages to update this, isn't it? Oh man, we're actually doing all right, aren't we? Look at that. Am I a cool kid if you watch horizontally only? Pity, you will always be cool. That's actually retro cool. What mod is that with the blue one? It's called VCA gears. Just keeps it means that I can not drive and it kind of keeps everything straight. I'm not demanding. Sorry, Amy. Amy's politely asking. It is a big old map, this one. FarmSimGuy, how do you get a texture mod in the game? You would need, Gillian, you would need to, you either replace files in the base game, which is slightly risky, because then they'll show up on every map, or you can add new textures into a specific map and load them in. Argsy actually did a couple of really good videos recently on replacing textures in maps and in base games, so well worth checking those out. The joy with this is when we're running a few quad tracks, and I'll be interested to see if when we hit 100 mil and somebody buys a quad track, whether or not oh gosh, if that was me just harvesting, that would be absolutely absolutely no thanks. Oh, I don't know. There's something slightly sadistic about sitting in here with a 6-meter header, getting all done in your room. Hey Dutch, how you doing, mate? How's things? I am impressed with how this is holding the hills, actually. Very impressed. I was prepared for these to grind to a halt. It's probably because we're running sensible size headers. Any bigger on the header size. Do it, Mikhail. Do it. Some of the... You only play base game. Honestly, you're missing out. I think some of the best maps are non-base game. Oh, that's good. Wayne, still, how's it going, Muddy? Going cab. Right, yeah, fair enough, Squatch. We'll do that. We run in some realism for Squatch. Now, if I had my... Is it on? I don't think it's on, though. No, it's not on. Sorry. Realism lol. Attempt to try this map. Go larger. Do it, Malcolm. Do it. Do it. Yes, these are JCL's combines, and they are fantastic. FSG is having a 7-hour on court farm's a good idea. It's you're pushing the limit of what you can get away with on the roads, but yes. No track IR. I have the other one. Why do crops look retro? They will be custom textures, actually. Yo. Do you complete every field prep step to get 100% yield bone? Yes, you do, Matthew. Best thing to do is, well, you can check. You can avoid ploughing if the crop doesn't require ploughing. So basically after corn, you need to plough, or you'll lose a bit of. Let me just pop this open. I can't see. There we go. And then, yeah, mulch. There's an order to it. In fact, check out the Farmer's Handbook. If you Google the Farmer's Handbook FS22, it's basically a big sheet that shows you the step and the order to do things in. and it's really good, really helpful. Still no 4X maps on console. Not for 22, Dan. They've said that that won't happen because the older gen consoles. So the interesting thing is Giants have said for 25 they aren't going to do a 4X map for console. But they haven't said that you can't release a 4X map to the mod hub that would be picked up by console. They haven't said you can, but they haven't said you can't. So I'm interested to see if somebody releases a 4X and it runs well on a PS5 and an Xbox Series X. There's some. These are custom textures. You can see the gaps. It's almost like there's a row crop texture here. So compared to the base game soybeans, which just fill the field, we've got these kind of nice rows here, which is quite nice. Sergiu, greetings from Romania. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Is a 4X just really big map? So 4X is 4 standard size maps put together. And an 8X, a 16X, beg your pardon, which is what this is basically 8 standard size maps by 8 standard size maps across. It did what Xbox were you running, Dan? I think it will run on newer gen consoles. It just won't run on the old ones, or well enough on the old ones that they could comfortably support it. Eric, it is Nebraska, but it is, yes, it is Midwest. Upcow, if you hit exclamation mark, well, if you to access this server, look at the angle we're at. That's mad. Game servers are for channel members only because we've had issues in the past with people trashing servers. But then if you're a member and you sync Discord and YouTube together, you get access to the service. So anybody you see with a green name is a member. You have a potato. The new gen consoles will run 4X maps, no question. But Giants didn't distinguish between PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. They're just everything's classed as console. So what actually happens is you will see the biggest. If you're a PlayStation 5 player, you are going to see the biggest change in game for 25 because they've like kind of released the shackles, if you will, of having to put up with the older consoles anymore, and the limitations of those. Yeah. Xbox One at the time, yeah. Hey Fabian, nice to see you. Alan Rose, do modders typically get early access to the game or files in order to get a jump on new mods for the new game? No, Alan. It's too much of a risk that it would get leaked. Shogun's just 90 minutes south of this map. Cool. Love it. I love it when I hear people come from these areas and they're really complimentary about the map, saying, actually, the map makers nailed it from a visual perspective. Hey, Nubcow, thank you for joining. So us PS5 players will see maps like you're playing on in F. You never know. Your Chaos. You never know. Certainly 4X. Maybe not something this big, but that all depends on whether or not Giants want to release them into the mod hub. Because that's your limitation on console. You have to download from the mod hub. Do you have leveling combines? Would be awesome on this map. We do, but they aren't brilliant mods. Hey Args, nice to see you. Kevin, if you hit exclamation mark map, it will give you the details and where to download it from. Skibbity Bartholomew. But this is Hubbard, Nebraska. Just jump out for a second. Look, we're closing in on the guys over there. I'm impressed with how quickly we're getting through this, actually. We've only been running an hour. And I messed around at the start explaining what we were doing on stuff. So I'm quite impressed. Have I seen? Yes, I'm very excited to see the custom modding map. Very excited to see that. Mr. CLP did look back on FS17 on PS5 in 4K. Looks very... I bet it does. I bet it does. FS17's still up there for me. Still think they've never nailed the skies like they did in... like they did in FS17. Question is, how will it... nights be handled on the server? Don't poke the bear, Fusion. You're just gonna have to drive through the night on this one, I'm afraid. It's the only way. Justin Hemphill, I have a pickup header pack for FS22 and it won't connect to my combine. It says not compatible. Oh. Squatch misses a lot from FS17. Ali, I'm pretty sure there will be a little bit of a tweak to traffic and AI in 25. I would think I think we'll just see subtle improvements across the board on things like that. I would. Hey, Trailer Park Farms, how are you, buddy? That's farming, always working. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And if you're not working, you're building sheds in FarmSim. Average player, game keeps crashing for no reason. Did you update your NVIDIA graphics drivers this week? Because if you did, there is a bug in them that's crashing games. FarmSim being one of them. So they recommend rolling it back to your previous version. Yeah, we can skip. If there's nothing to do, you can skip. It's back. Thank you, DeWalt. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Max. Caleb's just 2 hours north of Hub. So are you in Minnesota, Caleb, or are you in Illinois? NVIDIA let Cloud Strike do the last patch. Very good, Alan. Very good. That is the TW35. The brakes are terrible. I found the NVIDIA bug out after uninstalling and reinstalling FS 3 times and deleting them. Oh, Malcolm. Always worth a quick Google before you go mad. South Dakota. Ah, I got you. I was trying to, in my head, get my US states aligned. They are very slow. They are, William, yes. Karma Stories, how are you? Nice to see you. It is based on a real place. Indeed, John. The mighty hub. In fact, the Schluter Power. Welcome, welcome. Keynote. It's almost giving me FS17 vibes. Quite right, too. It's an old school beauty. I love this combine. JCL's combines are the business. He did a lovely John Deere pack at the same time as well. And these old trucks were a find as well. They're in the mod hub, and they're brilliant. You got an 82. We had an 8210 on our farm, William. Loved it. Look at this, right? Look at this. Look, you can't see the baler. It's right on us. Can't see it. You couldn't, if you didn't have Finish's name there. Look how steep it is. So good. So good. Hey Marius, how you doing? You guys are busy over there as well. I'm impressed with how quickly we get through this. I was honestly thinking we'd be on this all night. It's the Ford. There is a version on King Mods. The ones we've got have been slightly tweaked because there's a few bugs. Some of the newer versions of the Fords have had the bugs ironed out. There's so many different ones on there now. You've just got to be selective which one you find. Honestly, I don't know what that beer is, but it's epic. I think it might be Elvis juice. Brewdog beers. Introduced them to J-Bot, Farmer Cops. J-Bot. And he was like, oh my god, these are amazing. Eagle Watchers, shoot. Yeah, what's the question? There you go, Nubcat. Well, you're a member now, so if you sync your YouTube channel now with Discord in the connections, if you basically go to the Discord channel, do !Discord and you'll get a link to it if you're not already a member. The instructions are on the multiplayer server channel, and you can connect the two together, download the mods, and you can come and have a play. Ronnie Johansson, are we going to get a 4X map from Giants? We are not. They have confirmed that they aren't going to do 4X map. They said they're just going to, because of the big uplifting graphics, they've said we thought we'd leave it at 2X, see how it performs, and then leave it open for the future, or leave it open for the models. Cohen is crazy. I am using a VCA, Vehicle Control Add-on. Cheese Nuggets, this is Hubbard, Nebraska. If you hit !map, it'll pull up the details and you can... Shameless plug for my map tour, but also gives you the download link as well. Good old boy gamer from Savannah in Georgia. Good to see you, man. How are you? How many bales are we at the moment? It's a good question. We should go and look at the majestic 24th best mod in FarmSim. 315,000 litres. I don't know what that is in real money. Now the comedy is the way that they sell them on this map. You drop them off at your neighbour's farm. And it ticks down very gradually over time, so you're not selling. You can't sell loads of bales in an instant. It just ticks down over time. It's quite a nice way of doing things. Actually, I quite like that. This is an International Harvester 1480, Caleb. It's from JCL modding. Really, really good. How much longer will this server be up for members to? It's going to be up one shot. This is now going to be on 24/7, and it's going to keep going until we've hit the target. Well, even after the target's been hit, we can keep going. So what we're doing is basically, when the earnings hit 2 million, that has to be 2 million in the bank. I'm going to add an extra, so we're capped at 250 horsepower at the moment, so we can't put any bigger machinery than 250 horsepower on. But then when we hit 2 million, we can add an extra 50 horsepower on, and we're going to keep on adding 50 horsepower all the way up to 40 million, and it has to be money in the bank. But when we've got 40 million in the bank, we will add on another 100 horsepower when we hit 80 million, and then another 100 horsepower at 100 million. So only when you hit 100 million in the bank will you be able to buy the biggest case tractor. So that's the challenge. No cheaty mods, so no fast tractors, no fast combines. You're going to have to do everything at real speed. No, but it will be unlocked after the stream because we're full at the moment. But yes, it will be open later on, and it will be accessed to anybody after that. So, my advice would be go and download the. In fact, I'll just Mark H or Ed or something. Can we post the mods somewhere so the guys can start downloading them so they're ready to jump on post stream? They're in Discord. I've had to turn Discord off because they basically tease me, make fun of me. I think it might be locked at the moment, Boston. Share, how are you? I have just about recovered from my visitors. They are full on, those boys. But it was great to have them here. They were awesome. They were awesome. And yes, I discovered things like my Apple Pencil. About 4 days later. In fact, I saw Pharmacop's vid and was like, that's what they were doing. Dazza, good to see you, buddy. How are you? I'm doing well, mate. Thank you very much. FarmCon was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely out of this world. It really was. So great to be over there catching up with folk again. Caleb's got an international 1460 in real life. How about that? They are great combos. I think I'm covering as much ground as those 3 other combines on my own. I'm sure of it. Yeah, look. 3 combines, and we've got the same left. That's definitely me running the same speed as 3 combines. I am man. I'm efficient. Still making good stuff, Share. You keep me posted. You're harvesting a field that's 33 acres right now. Well, this one is... If we've got the info up. It's 32 hectares. Which is, what is it, 2.2 acres to a hectare? 82.6 acres. There we go. Just took a while to load in that. Exactly, Dazza. What have these guys been doing? What am I paying them for? There's a combine coming up behind me. Is that a threat? Big H. That's massive lol and no SC. So if we go back to here, while I've got had a crash. No, it's a baler. Okay. Heads up, boys. Oh no, they're getting out of the way. Look at this. So there's the field we're doing. Let me zoom out. I would say it's at best a medium-sized field for this map. When you look at field 15 here, which I believe is 413 acres, 1.6 million. That's mad. Might do it for my birthday. In fact, great time to come share. Not too busy with tourists. Weather can be good, weather can be questionable. That's a pure lottery. Not even the biggest on the map, exactly, SC. Yeah, everyone's loving the Hubbard, I think. It's great. Just something just a little bit different, isn't it? Right, how many combines are running behind me? Hang on, I'm going to have to jump into Discord here. Mark's waxing the ripple. I'll come back later. No worries, Caleb. Thanks for joining, mate. Pear, nice to see you. How are you, mate? And Jayhawk, good to see you. SC, I'm a little late though. Is there an overall plan, like productions or anything, or just kind of winging? So SC, what we're doing is, how many combines are behind me? How many combines are behind me? Right, we've got one over there, so we know there's 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip. I don't want to skip 4. I don't want to skip 3 rows because I'll end up crashing into 3rd combine. So what we'll do here, I'll skip 3 rows now. So Ed's going to wonder what I'm doing. But I'm going to lift my header. So SC, just for clarity, because you missed the start, we are running maximum size of the equipment we've got is 250 horsepower at the moment. So bit of a challenge. Now when we hit 2 million, let me just jump to the rules again, turn that on. When we hit 2 million, we'll add another 50 horsepower so you can start to buy bigger and bigger machinery. All the way up to 100 million, we can have 700. So 700 plus horsepower basically means that you've got to have 100 million in the bank, so it's cash in the bank that you can then start to buy equipment of that level of horsepower. But obviously along the way you're going to want to buy new fields, you're going to want to upgrade equipment. So as you kind of spend money, it's obviously going to knock it back down. So let's say you hit 2 million, you buy some new equipment and, I don't know, buy a new field. So there's less, you know, you end up back at 1 million. That's then 6 million you've got to make to get up to the 5 million to, well, it's not actually, is it? It's 4 million. But you know what I mean. You've made the 2 million and then you've got to make 4 million again to get back up to the 5 million. So it has to be what you hit in the bank, and it has to be ratified by an admin as well at the same time. Dave P. It is that big Nebraska map, indeed, mate. Yes, it's a biggie. Timmy the Pod, thanks for joining. Prosto, I'm sorry, unfortunately I don't understand what you're saying. Dalton, what's my favourite mod? My favourite mod, it's hard to say. It varies depending on what you're asking. Vehicle-wise, probably one of Custom Modding's tractors. I do like their case combines as well. Maps, too many to choose from. Again, very much mood-based. Oh, you lived in Carroll, did you? Nice. Yeah, maps are... Yeah. Definitely maps are an emotional thing, right? You either love a map or you don't. If it captures your imagination, it's a good map. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if it captures your imagination, that's what counts. I'm a stickler. I like nice landscaping, and I like things like undulating hills like this, and look at that. I mean, that's... what a view. With the other stuff running in the background as well. That is pretty awesome. We'll let Big H go back up the other way. We'll skip another 4 rows. Have I ever seen a Ferguson 35? I have. Grey or red, Dalton? Robert 29, bro, would you give me Farming Simulator 22 for my Xbox? Nuki Brown time for cranks as well. Nice. going to mess Ed up now by skipping rows, and he's going to not be able to run alongside me because he'll be... Go. You can get me on the way back, Ed. I think I'm going to skip 4 rows and be on the end here. Hopefully. What's my opinion on the John Deere 8R? I think it's a brilliant tractor. I wonder if Giants implemented GPS works for multiple combines, machines and field. That is a very good question, Bucket. That is a very good question. You've been waiting on this for a while, Billet. It's a beauty, isn't it? I mean, even that, look at that. I am running a server with 12 other people. And we are cruising along here. What's our frame rate doing? 30. But I also have my... You can see I've got no... I've got no Ring of Doom here, so I've got my graphics cranked up to the very, very max. MDC is good, isn't it? It's the whole map, the whole one side of the map is like this, which is great. It's so good. Like, it proper brings some atmosphere to the map. And, yeah, brings some real character. I love it. Huey, have I ever driven a John Deere 5100? I have not, no. What's the favourite tractor I've driven? Ooh, I haven't driven many modern tractors. But the Deutz-Fahr last year that I drove, the Warrior, was pretty cool. If I'd managed to drive a Fendt at FarmCon this year, I'm pretty sure it would have been that. But I missed out. I let somebody else have a go in my place. There you go. Just missing some country music would be perfect. We could put some country music on in the background. Southern Pen, if you hit exclamation mark map in the chat there, it will give you all the details. It's Hubbard, Nebraska. I am very impressed with how well this is running. How smoothly this is running. Got a little stutter at the start. A couple of drop frames. 724 at FarmCom. Didn't I drive? I did not, Jan. I didn't. So I had a VIP. I had a queue skipping pass, VIP pass. So I could have walked past 300 people and just walked onto a tractor. And morally, that didn't sit well with me. So I wasn't going to queue jump. And Kermit said, "Don't worry, tomorrow we'll get you a go." And then on the Sunday, they didn't run the tractors, so I missed out. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'd much rather that than me have taken somebody else's place. Jean-Pierre, nice to see you again. Oh, a beacon came on. Oh, we're 80% full, so I can go down and back. Right, here's the challenge. Am I going to be able... Am I going to be able to get... I think it's going to skip me along to the end here. Let's find out, shall we? If I've timed this well, it looks like I have. It was all planned. Oh, it's got half a row here because we're... But that's okay, because actually I'm 80% full anyway, so doing a little half row here is not so bad. And now we're running. What I'll do is I'll drop back to 3, and then I can run back up the other side. That should be how it works. Dalton wanted me to go in cab. There you go, Dalton. I mean, courseplay does not like the big fields on that one. Yeah, it takes a while. On the bigger fields, it'll take a while. Velocity, nice to have you here. I am playing Farming Simulator 22. Not for uploading. Are you excited for FS22? Very, very excited indeed, yes. Half a row here. I'm getting dirty windows here. We're working hard. Luke Parker unfortunately can't join at the moment. Ronnie with the super chat. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Very kind of you. Very kind of you indeed. Okay, unfortunately this is a private, well, semi-private. Yeah, look, it's turned into a Ford now, Ali. It's a lizard. Thank you, Luke. That was very kind of you, mate. Here's the dog barging away in. Have I ever seen a gleaner? Your friend runs prototypes of them and tests them. Oh, awesome. I have to admit, I've never seen a gleaner in real life. I do like them though, I think they look great. Interesting little combines. I am so impressed with how much of this field we've covered off. Genuinely did not think we would get this field done on a stream. I'm not sure Mark did either. And Jan and Mark and I were setting it up last night. I definitely don't think we were thinking, oh crikey, I think Amy's brakes may have gone. It could get fun when we get to the bottom of the field. Amy's out of control. Nice to see you, Fusion mate. Appreciate you hanging out. Doing in literage. Running the gauntlet here because we're coming up to the end of the row. 245,000 litres. 153,000 in value already. That's interesting. We'll do some interesting calculations on that. Aaron Ashford, enjoying the stream on my big TV. Good to hear, Aaron. Good to hear. Oh, crikey. That was nothing to do with that. Put it back down. There we go. Where was I? Aaron, do you know if Thrustmaster are ever going to make larger wheels, pedals, etc. specifically for farming on the Xbox? So, the Thrustmaster T248, which is the wheel I use, or the T148, they will work for Xbox at the moment, and you can use the bracket, the SimTask bracket, that will allow you to rotate it so it's a lot more flat. You can see how mine's flatter here, just in the corner. So it's not like a racing wheel anymore, it's a little bit flatter. And you can have that set up. Now in terms of joysticks, they are only available for PC at the moment. The Sarge, I can't get this map or even any base game map to load. Is the game crashing, the Sarge? Or are you getting into the game but you can't load anything? RK612, this is Hubbard, Nebraska. And Jintaris, hi, you back? How are you? Yeah, the Sarge, let us know if you can get into the game and then it's crashing, you can't load any maps up, I would argue. Looking up, okay, so you've got a dodgy mod in your folder then, I would suggest. There's a mod in there that's crashing as it's loading. So have a look at your mod folder and see what's what in there. Yeah, I don't. So I've not obviously updated, but does the driver let you load the game in, but then it crashes when you're loading a save, or does it not let you launch the game at all? Is it an NVIDIA driver as well? Yeah, so you might need to roll back your driver to the Sarge. There's a bug in the latest NVIDIA patch. So, okay, so you can load the game, but then it doesn't load. Yeah, there you go. I thought the game didn't load at all. If you'd uploaded. So yeah, Sarge, roll back to the previous version of your NVIDIA driver. That should fix it for you. How would one do that? Good question. You'll need to go into a GeForce Experience and probably load a previous version of the stream, of the driver. What's that? Luke Parker just subscribed. Thank you, Luke. Much appreciated. You're a legend. Twin Barns scrolling through shorts waiting for it to load. I know that feeling, mate. We've all been there. There we go. We are doing all right here. Right, come to adjust. Now, this is the only thing. It's a shame you can't adjust this on the fly. One more pass out. How is everybody else doing? Has anybody gone into the cornfield yet? Yeah, we are nearly finished. Look at this. That's astounding. In an hour and a half. That is astounding. I am very pleased with that. Every Wednesday, Luke, 9 PM I start. Not for the next couple of weeks, though, because I'm on holiday, but... Oh, no, actually, it'll only be 1 week for a Wednesday, because we land back on the... I might be a bit tired, but I might stream anyway, just for fun. I don't have to get up for... I don't have to get up for work the next day. The Sim Guy, how are you? Nice to see you, mate. Bro, what? How are you doing? No fuel. A good point later. Look how much fuel we've got. It's a good old fuel tank on these, isn't it? It is a good old fuel tank. Alright, Tanner's doing that last... Oh, Big H is doing that last row there. If I turn around at the end here, if I'm going to get to the end, the other guys might get there before me. We have finished the field. No, they won't. They've got more to do. Right, so I'll pick up this last strip. And That's amazing. I can't believe that. How you change your channel name? That's brilliant. 5G Ultra He. I think you meant to put HD in there, didn't you? FarmCon was amazing, Sim Guy. Really, really good. Bucket Marie, none of my business, but where are you going? We are going to the French Alps. So, sunshine in the high Alps. We've got a few things organised. A bit of paragliding. A bit of canoeing. All that kind of stuff. Kids wanted an action holiday. So we sorted them out with that. They didn't want to lie on a beach in Spain. So I was like, right, good. Totally good. Stevie, contractor will be coming back. I was kind of hoping to get some episodes recorded this week. Just ran out of time. Getting organised for holiday and work and stuff like that. So it's going to be light on content for the next couple of weeks, unfortunately. I apologise for that, but we will come back strong after the rest. It doesn't sound right. It will be amazing. No, we're going to fly, Ali. What is your favourite American map? Dalton, probably this one. At this moment in time. This is awesome. Skinman, how you doing? Good day. Good day. Fallen ill right in the middle of summer. Bruh, what? There's loads of people ill at the moment. The amount of people I know who've had COVID is ridiculous. Yeah, so everybody tune into ARGS while I'm away. Give him some support. We are on field 8K. Greg Hayes, this is Hubbard, Nebraska. If you hit exclamation mark map, it will give you brakes. It will give you the details. Sorry, Ed. Oh, sorry, Mark. All the space in the world, and we're still crashing into each other. There we go. I believe this is our last pass, isn't it? Let's just check the map, see how the other boys are doing. Yeah. Couple more strips for them. I'll let them finish that off. That's amazing! Can't believe it. Ooh. For that. How do you feel? Hey Trey, how you doing, mate? We have got 2, 7 and 8. No, 8 and 9 at the moment. So this and the cornfield next to us. Actually, they're the only 2 fields that are ready to harvest on the map. We're about a month or so away from everything else coming into fruit. Nathan, that is the TW35 old spec. Kenneth Sorensen, hello from Denmark, nice to see you. We are... Is the map crossplay compatible? So no, this won't work on consoles, this is only PCs. So what we'll do at the end here, we will go and flip the headers. Looks like Big H is already done, so he'll go and grab one of the corn headers now, and we'll flip to corn. That's going to be a different beast altogether because it'll fill the hopper a lot quicker, a hell of a lot quicker. Ted Cameron, how come you don't have the what I call golden circle? It's not the golden circle, it's the circle of doom, but I know what you mean. So I go into my game.xml and I bump it. I think it's 200% is the default. I bump it up to about 500 or 600%. Now the challenge with that is it can have an impact on your frame rate slightly. But I've got a pretty chunky graphics card, so it doesn't seem to bother it. But yeah, it's one of my biggest pet hates. So yeah, I bump it up. Nathan Lee, this TW was on King Mods. Emmanuel, what do we think about Farming Simulator 24? I am very excited. I think it's going to be a huge leap forward from 22. It is very nice indeed. Who was that? That's got to be Amy. Nobody else drives. Nobody else drives like that. Fog Simulator 25, yeah. Metin, look 2 comments above your comment and you'll find the answer you're looking for. I wonder what farmers call when you are unloading your crops from a combine harvester in motion. I would say it is roger that, Mark. What would you call a combine unloading on the fly? Ooh. I don't know. I was thinking of a joke and I haven't got one. Game.xml, off the top of my head, Ted, I'm going to struggle to know that, but it's in game.xml and I think it's lodge distance or something like that. Oh, 2% left. 298 litres left. There we go. Right. Let's get out of here. We did it. Turn off. Dumping on the go. That's something totally different, Jan. Thank you, Marco Ryan. Run it. A start at 400%. Oh, look at that! Like, sideswipe me. Outrageous. "12 miles feels really slow." I thought 6 miles an hour on the field felt fast. Now it just feels really slow. Your local journey, how are you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Ed, do you want to drive a combine for a bit and I'll run a cart for a change? It's up to you, mate. Ed, you want to run a cart? You want to run a combine, or are you happy in your cart? Alright, I'll swap you at the bottom. No, I don't want the truck. I've seen the brakes. Alright, just about coast to the bottom. I'll chase for a bit and then I'll swap for the end. Alright. Cart? I mean the auger. No, I mean the grain cart. I think a lot of people call auger wagons grain carts. Right, I'll swap the header for you, Ed. I'll be nice like that. And then we'll... Patrick, it is Hubbard, Nebraska. That's a hill. Wim Van Wilk. Is FS25 an absolute must-have or an update to 22? Well, that's for you to decide. All the information's out there. Chaser bin here. Loads of different stories for it. Loads of different names for it, isn't there? Ham and eggs. Oh, he's out. Raymond Volkler, it has been a while, mate. How are you? You've started playing Hubbard. I knew you would. That's right up your street, that, isn't it? With all the big gear. Bit of course play going on there as well, Raymond, I'm sure. An auto drive. Let's grab ourselves a corn header. There's 3 left. Windshield head. FS25 is just a rebrand of 22. It might be a rebrand in terms of they've updated the logo. It is not a rebrand in terms of the game. View distance coefficient, LOD distance coefficient, terrain, LOD distance coefficient, foliage, blue. Yeah, it's one of those. View distance, I think. Try view distance first, Ted. First thing you do, though, save that game XML somewhere else. And then copy it out. And then make some edits, so if it all goes horribly wrong you can copy the original back in. FS22. Oh dear. There we go. All yours, Ed. Have fun. I think the brakes on these Fords are a bit questionable as well, aren't they? Takes a bit of getting used to. Hey Virgil, has anybody made an auto drive course for? No, but I believe one is in the exactly, Malcolm. Same with the F1 series. The same. It's the same. Same every year, but with slightly tweaked game. Let's see what Ed's got in his locker here. How fast is this filling up? Right, I'm going to get clever now. Set this to 6 miles an hour and we should be able to run with him. There we go, on auto drive. Is it wrong that you have 2,000 hours and not at all 5G? Not at all, that means you are one of us. %10 already, which is interesting when you look how much of the field we've covered. FS is slight tweak to Tetris. FS is in flight sim. That would be how you would do it most of the time in real life, Ali. You're right. Not at all, Eric. Not at all. So, Ted, the reason why they've not built it in Unreal, this is a conversation that's been had a few times now. Unreal can't do what the Giants engine can do. So, Unreal can do really cool graphics, right? But it can't do all the different crops in all the different fields, like there's so much stuff going on in the game that you would have to customize Unreal so much to get it to work, that the problem then being when Unreal do an update to the game, you would then have to, you'd be running an older version of Unreal, and basically you're at the whim of another game developer's engine. So it ends up kind of costing you. You have to pay for the licenses as well. Oh, let me just get my cruise control running here. You pay for the license for Unreal, then you have to pay to mod it, then you've got to pay to develop on it, whereas if they own their own engine, they can keep developing it. What am I doing here? Pipe out. keep developing it, keep improving it, they have some equity then, like they have a tangible thing that's theirs. So from a commercial, like from a business perspective, owning an engine is far more valuable than just making a game on somebody else's engine. So from a commercial perspective, it's the right thing to do for them as a business. And now they've kind of gone into partnership with Straight 4 Studios, which we believe they're going to build a racing sim using the Giants engine as well. Which basically means that we're going to get an additional set of developers building something with an interesting physics engine for sim racing, which you need to have a pretty good sim, which you need to have a pretty good physics kind of model. So they're going to benefit from that. So it could be brilliant. I think it's the right thing. If I was a businessman, I would absolutely ensure that I had my own engine and develop my own engine. Hilly Farms. 2,000 hours, does it count? Job for Hilly Farms has got maps coming out. When are you thinking of? Is it the 8th, Hilly? 8th of the 8th. Yes, it does count. Giants editor hours count as game hours. Yes. Go first. Sorry, Ed. I'm just getting in your way here, mate. Joined at the hip. Oh, crikey, that's a bit of a steep hill. I'm going to be on holiday. I'm going to miss that launch. GW, any future series coming out like you've done with Survival? Not till 25, mate. No, I don't think so. They are so time consuming to make that it kind of stops me producing any other content. And I like to plan those out. I definitely will come back with a series like Surviving Wyoming 25 though. I'll give it a bit of time for some mods to kind of appear, because you kind of need to be a little bit more prescriptive about what you do, but 100%, and the new kind of more atmospheric stuff is going to make it, I think, really fun in FS25 making content. There's going to be a whole heap of kind of new fun stuff to do, so yeah, I'm really excited. I might, when we get to this corner, I might let Ed run down the hill without and see how long it takes for him to... struggling on the hill there, isn't he? Look at that, 4 miles an hour. Is Ed stuck? Can Ed not go any further? Have we actually found the limit of these combines? Ah, it's actually Header getting stuck in the ground, I think. He's having to take a run up. He's just about made it. We did it. Yeah, turn the radio and the aircon off. The only way you're going to get there. Oh, I think the header was hitting the ground. I think storytelling will be more advanced in FS24, at least allow you to create a better story. Yes, and I've got access to better AI tools now for voiceovers and things like that, which I didn't have back in the day. So that's going to be fun. Right, I'm going to see how far Ed goes down here before he gets full. Oh, I'm standing on the brake there, and look at that, I'm just rolling to a stop. We'll pop this. Mark helping me down the hill a little bit there. Mark needs to pass. He's off to tip. Vid76, if I buy a new PC with Windows 11, can I use a save game from my Windows 10 PC? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, just copy and paste that save game over. Should be fine. Make sure you put it in the same place on the new server. Wonder if in real life I have a problem. They absolutely do, Skinman. 100%, especially on hilly fields or in muddy fields. Good evening, Danielle. Nice to see you. It's interesting, the cornstalk straw is quite light on the ground here, isn't it? Paddy, I did not see you drop in there. I am doing very well, man. How are you? Yeah, the flex header is brilliant. The John Deere flex header is awesome. You would absolutely need that on this map. Hey, Russie, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Getting your toes wet in Deutschland and get introduced to another cool map. Go and look at the vintage oaks as well, Eric. That's another beauty. If you like an English map, that is a beauty. Rob Tono, how you doing? Nice to see you, mate. How's things? How are we doing for time? That's cracky. Time flies when you're having fun. Just opening up the headlands here. I imagine we've got another couple of combines now. Floating about. Can't see him. Yeah, they're there. Doing the round. So Ed could probably... Is that him telling me to come and unload? What's he at, do we think? Ah, he's loads of space. Gonna let him suffer for a bit. What all vehicles are on here when starting the map? Actually, Southern, not much. I think you get a Combine, you get a Massey Ferguson, and a few bits and pieces, but there's nothing... there's nothing substantial. What's Ed got in? Let me just have a look here. Farmer Ed. 64%. So that's interesting. So probably one edge is going to be more than 50%, so you're going to have to cut in halfway up. You're going to have to do some lands or something on this field, which we didn't have to do. Look, I'm standing on the brakes and I'm passing him. Mr. Marcel, how are you doing, man? Nice to see you. Going to unload here, are we? Fair enough. Finish and Greatrix are just hanging out, letting those combines loop. Oh, it's slow unload, this, isn't it? It's not a fast auger pipe. Look at that now with the dust on it. How good is the dust mod on that? Look at that. That's some nice detail in that. Ed's going to cut a land. Yeah, good call, Ed. Good call. You should get up to the top without any issues. Right, I'll unload into Mark here. Amy coming in. Oh my god. I was like, there's no way Amy's hitting that gate. Okay, can we tweak the brakes on these, the XML on these in the next We might need to do an upgrade. Love it. Thai England. So here's the deal with this map. So this server, we have got older machinery, shall we call it that? Sort of 1980s era machinery. We're on a 16x map. This is Hubbard, Nebraska. We own 2 fields. We've just cleared the soybean straw off, or the soybeans and the soybean straw off here. We now have this cornfield to get rid of. And we have a few rules. So 250 horsepower max at the moment. That will go up to 300 horsepower the moment we hit 2 million. And then it will continue to go up by 50 horsepower every time we hit certain financial targets. And that is money in the bank. Ultimately, we're getting to a point where when you hit 100 million in the bank, you will finally be able to buy tractors over 700 horsepower. So basically, if you want to buy the new Case Quad Track, you're going to have to sell 100 million worth of stuff. Now, we can do that. That is possible because it's such a big map. But equally, you can do contracts as well. You can't use other machinery for the contracts, so you have to use our machinery that we have here for contracts. So that makes it a little bit more. Basically, we want to try and not slow things down, but just make it a challenge. Make it an interesting challenge. We don't want people at 100 million. Knowing these guys, and I know these guys because they do it on all the servers, they will rush to win it. This will be flat out. From the moment it's live to they hit the target. Right, let's see what all the fuss is about here. Oh, these are fine. You're going to tell me it's when they have weight in them that they become slightly... I used to have a car like this. Teaches you how to brake using the gears. Right, let's go and find some... let's go and find some more guys. Be careful on the brakes. It'll be fine. Famous last words. It'll be fine. Oh, he says. Didn't want that bit of corn anyway. Clearing quick. Have I looked at through the years mod? Thinkers? Yes, I've never used it, but I know of it. There we go. What you got for me, Tanner? I don't know what all the fuss was about. These are perfect. That was definitely user error. Y. Definitely user error that time. I think the issue is when these get heavy. Frost here. This is Hubbard, Nebraska. A massive 16x map. Thank you, Tanner. Come down from the top of the hill. I feel Amy's slightly concerned about my well-being. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Has Ed made it to the top yet? Or is he still cutting in here? He's still on his way up, I'm guessing. Up we go. Oh no, there he is. Just doesn't appear to have an auger wagon with him, so we will brakes. Okay, now I see what you mean. Yeah, that's a little bit temperamental. Actually, just put it on the cruise control. That slows you down quicker. Do I have the new farm wheel and pedals? I do indeed, Oliver, yes. Oh no, Amy's coming the other way. Dun, 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 dun. Breathe in. Doing the job of an auger wagon here. Just finish. That I said. Might as well give him a bit of a head start. Right, I'm out of here. Right, I've worked out how to slow this down. You don't use the brakes. You don't use the brakes, so we're at what? 30 miles an hour here. Pretty fine. That's all good. So here's the problem. And Amy's saying basically no brakes unless you put cruise control on. And the same thing doesn't happen. I don't know what the fuss is about. Look at that. Look at that. All good. The beautiful thing. Oh. No. Stop. By tipper. JMF for crash, you've just like got back from Birmingham City smashing Rangers. There you go. Ty, if you're a member of the channel, how you join the server is basically make sure your YouTube channel and your Discord are linked, and that will automatically give you access to the server channel. We'll be putting it live now. I see Big H has just dropped. Ham and Eggs has dropped. So there'll be a few slots opening up soon. I am going to stop now as well. I think this is a good juncture to stop. What I will do though is jump up into the sky so you can see just the sheer scale of this map. Look at that. So that's one field. You can just see the combines off over in the distance over there. And we've finished this entire field. The guys are still baling over there, which is pretty impressive. We've got a big stack of bales there. Should have shown you this before, actually. So we've got silos here, but also over here. I have to speed up my running multiplier here, aren't I? Turn this off. But over here, we've got grain bins with 24,000 litres in there. That one's empty. That one's empty. Oh, I think somebody's decided to not use these. We had these set up, but it looks like the guys have gone for this multi-fruit bad boy over here. Just for speed. But loving it. Loving the teamwork. It's been really, really good this. We're going to come back and do a few more of these. I am away on holiday as of Friday, so it'll be interesting to see how they've got on by the time I get back and see how much they've progressed. I'll be keeping tabs on this one, I think. But really, really, this map's fantastic. It really, really is. So, you better have somebody start to take those bales to the sell point. Yeah, I know, Artemis. Yeah, they do, don't they? Although somebody said you can shred them and they sell faster. So, teamwork does indeed make the dream work. It does indeed. So, there we go. A little bit of Hubbard action. Loads more to go. That's us. That little purple blob is all we own on this map. And there are some monster fields on this map. So we'll be looking forward to expanding this and growing this, getting some bigger equipment. There's a whole ecosystem that we can grow here. So see how we get on with it. But they'll be at 700 plus. I know they will, Malcolm. I know they will. They can't help themselves. Oliver Sorensen, Google Sim Dashboard for these dashes. and you'll find out how to install them there. Merry Christmas, Henrik. Have a wonderful next couple of weeks, everyone. Thank you all for the support. As always, it really is appreciated. We're creeping up to 90,000 subs. Next stop, 100,000, which I just beggars belief. I cannot believe that. But thanks for the support. Thank you for turning up and hanging out with me on a Wednesday night. I know you're all busy people and have got lots on, so it means a lot. Thanks to everybody that's joined the server tonight. This will be online, so if you're a member, if you're a farm worker or a farm manager and you want to play on this, it will all be on the Discord ready to go, so you can jump in and help. You know the rules are on the server as well, but jump in, have some fun, and it runs really well on the rebrand of FS19. It doesn't do Jayhawk. But that's it from me. Thank you, everyone. All the best. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.